Hi everyone, my name is Puneet and welcome to the brand new episode of our new series Campus to Corporate, which we believe would enable seamless transition from your campus life to corporate life. For this episode, we have with us Mr. Rohan Prashar. Mr. Prashar is currently the Group Brand Manager, Media and Digital at Asian Paints with 10 years of work experience across media and communications and corporate branding. Prior to this, he has worked for Asian Paints as Media and PR Head, Media Manager, and Corporate Brand Manager. Mr. Prashar has also worked with Reliance Broadcast Limited as a senior account manager and started his career at Madison Media as senior planning manager. Sir, it is a matter of extreme honor for us to have you here with us, and we welcome you to this episode.
Thank you, Puneet. Glad to be here.
Without any further delay, I would like to start the session with a view of what the world is today. With the advent of social media, we have becoming used to screens more than anything else. And on this note, I would like to understand, since branding and marketing has been a key contributor to success of organizations for many years, but technology has changed the landscape of how the content is consumed today. So how do you see this change? And what is the thought process of a brand manager to channel the change in consumer behavior towards more brand awareness?
Okay. So to answer the first part, which is about how the technology has changed our lives and branding and communications, yes, we fast forward ourselves by 10 years, okay, or maybe more. Today I was reading an article where Unilever CEO in UK said that going back to 5-day working seems so traditional, right? So it's like it's changed our lives for the better, I feel. So whatever's happened in the last 2020, we've got some positives from it as well, and that's how it's changed. Having said that, fundamentals of marketing and branding will not change, right? That stays true. You have to stay true to your brand, the brand communication, right? That's very important. Whatever we do, we still believe in having emotional connect with the consumers. That's what we call emotional attractiveness. We believe in consumer centricity. We believe in micro consumer segmentation. So this whole piece of screens that you said, multiple screens that people are on. Today, it's very difficult for me to get their attention. You might be talking to me right now while watching TV and you have a mobile phone in your hand, right? The secondary device is equally important. So how do you tackle all of that? It's so much content loading. I think it's the power of content, how well you engage with the consumers. The years of likes and followers, that conversation's gone far back, right? It's about now engagement, it's about conversations. So our actually KPI is to generate conversations. That's the true thing. Okay. Again, I'll give another example. Instagram is the world. They made it so easy for you to like something, right? With your thumb just swiping up and just put a thumb. They made it easy for you to like something, right? But how about having a conversation? So whatever we do, we try and have those KPIs in place to channel our energies. That's where we focus on. The second part of your question was about how should students handle brand marketing, right? That's where it was. Okay. So, see, anybody who comes in new into branding and marketing, obviously you have your own ideas, and I believe that every idea needs to be given thought, and a good idea comes from every bad idea, right? I remember when I was in college, my idea would be bizarre, right? But out of that one intelligent idea will come out of 10 bad ideas. So, I think in our company also, we get a lot of freedom to exploring what you want to do. You have the authority to take a decision and make content accordingly, or communication. It might not work all the time, but you never know what works today. Today in this world of trolls and memes, you don't know what's working for you. You keep experimenting, keep trying new stuff. Trust me, if you're in college, when I was in college in 2009, I would make birthday videos on Movie Maker. I don't know if you'll still do that or not. Or you got new apps on iMovie to make, for friends' birthdays and all. We do that even today. So our idea can come from there also. Just stay energized and we work towards that. Right?
Yeah. I completely agree, sir, that you made a point of emotional connectivity towards your consumers, and it is really important because it brings the consumer within your brand and within your ecosystem. That is really important as a brand manager when you start working. So,
So I'll
moving
just give you
on,
another example on that. I
yeah,
would like to share that also. See again, let's take Asian Paints example, right? In 1942, when the company started, it was a paint brand. It took us about 4 5 decades to be called a color brand. Okay. In 1990s or 2000s, we called a color brand. You're not a paint brand anymore. Okay. In 2010 or 2012, we started a journey towards becoming a decor brand. Today, we're trying to be a decor brand, not a color brand. It's a lot of content has gone into it, right? And maybe in next few years, you want to be a brand in the health and hygiene space. Okay. So it's like it's the entire journey that we have to keep hopping on. So it's like a lot of effort goes into it, but today the changes are happening much faster. That's more.
indeed,
Yeah.
sir. Now, moving on, as a student, we are 24/7 worried about our careers, and the majority of the stress is due to how one should go about their careers. And since you graduated in the recession year, that is 2009, and not being a part of a premier B school of the country like IIM ABC, how difficult was it for you to bag an offer with Asian Paints? Also, with the advent of COVID, we have similar circumstances now in the job market. How would you suggest to an average student at a B school? And does the compensation matters in early stages of career, or is it a job profile a student should work for?
So, see, first of all, I'm quite proud of not passing from IIM. Very happy passing with GIM, Governance Management, and it's school. It's college very similar to IMI as well. Uh, yes, I passed in 2009. Very difficult year. My senior batch got placed in 2 days, right? So in 1.5 days, we got placed, entire batch, my senior batch. We thought we get jobs like this, but then the recession happened and we all got jacked up, right? And we were in a tough space. Uh, I was not a ranker. I was not in the top 10, top 20, top 50 percentile also students. I was in the later half. Uh, what happened is I took up a job with in Madison Media. Okay. And my salary was I think less than 15,000 rupees a month. Okay. Which is like really low, and I took up that job. My first client was Asian Paints. Okay. And that I'm working on right now. So, and I believe that the first job, your B school only helps you get a first job. After that, it's upon you how you take it up, right? How you make your contacts and how you go up the ladder. If you start, the good part is that if you start low, the salary grows exponentially. That's what I believe in, right? 2 years as so I worked in Madison Media, Asian Games, my client. I worked for 1 year in the middle somewhere else. Then one fine day, Asian Games gave me a call saying that, would you like to come to the client side? And that day my life changed. And it's been over a decade that I'm in Asian Games now, right? All I want to say that my first job, what went right for me is uh, I was quite disciplined. I was punctual. I was honest. I mean, I would believe that, and that's what my client liked. And when I gave him an interview to Asian Paints, they said, "Tell us what you did after the Madison Media journey. Tell us what happened after that. They want to know what happened during that stint, right?" So I think it's all karma, right? It's luck, but you got to be the right place, right time. So don't worry about your first job. Wherever you get it, just take it. Be switch in time. Go where your interests lie. Don't join a IT company because they're coming to campus for placements, or don't join in banking because that's the only job available. Go where your heart lies. Start small. There's no worry. And trust me, if you're good, if you're hardworking, if you're smart enough, you'll get you'll catch up. And today, I can very proudly say that I've caught up with my batchmates, my peers, even maybe better than them. Right? So I'm quite lucky, happy, satisfied. In AP, being from not a AP, never used to go to GIM for recruitment. Now they started doing now 4 years back. And in last 8 years or 9 years in Asian Paints, I've changed 4 different roles. Imagine again, so not being from Premier B school, I've handled media, I've handled the entire mother brand, Har Ghar Kuch Kehta Hai of the world, the Har Asian Paints mother brand. I've handled a product brand, and now I'm heading media, right? So I was lucky enough to get different exposures every 2 years, and it's like 4 different jobs for me, and I'm very happy here. So you see where career goes. Yes, there'll be times when you'll cry, you'll kind of be upset in whichever role that you take up, wherever. But you got to be. Don't worry about it. That's all I will say. Just be happy and things will work out. Yeah.
Indeed, sir. And as a student, it really strikes this compensation versus job role really connects with the students. And we hope that students will take your advice into incorporations and take look out for the opportunities that they get and make the best use out of it. And finally, I would like to understand, since you are an MBA too, and we all know that there is no certain path to success. So, what are the major challenges that one can face in branding? How should one cope up with them? And what is the role of creativity to overcome those challenges in branding and media?
So, just to start with, see if your expectation when you pass it on college, you'll get a marketing role and you'll be a brand manager or something, some super duper brand, and you're doing well. All that will not happen. Okay, you'll have to start small. You start to start a donkey's work. We all do, and that's the right way to do it. Okay, you might be doing sales in a marketing role. That's quite possible also, right? So don't worry about it. So don't feel dejected when you join a company. You said even if it's a HUL or if it's a Marico or a Asian Paints, you got to start at the basics, learn from what others are doing. The key challenges that we can face are maybe with the idea sets that you bring, maybe the other counterpart convincing within the team, maybe that's a challenge because they all have a separate mindset of their own, unless you're in a startup, right? So see, again, let's face it, Asian Paints is a reputed big brand, or HUL also. When we have to take some decisions, it's a calculated risk. I won't say we are not we are risk averse. It's not that. We have the audacity to take decisions, take a leap of faith, but at the same time, we are not Nike, right? We can't do we don't do what Nike does. How much are you going to do it, right? Plus, today with the whole social media backlash that you get with brands, it's too risky. I feel sorry for the Tanishq brand manager or the brand who faced flag recently, right? Because beautiful concept and they get jacked unnecessarily. So there's times when you got to take these decisions, be careful. It's challenging, yes, but if you believe in it, make a case for it and ask why not, right? You have to be very curious. So as I'm a very hyper guy, right? I'll give another small story. I wanted to take up when I was in 2009. I wanted to take up finance, right? Because I was good in banking and accounting. My first FM exam, I got a 0, right? And my professor said that, you know what, don't take up finance. I said, okay, fine, I won't take up finance. Then I thought I'll take up HR. I'm good with people. Okay. I gave 8 summer internship interviews and I didn't crack any. I just didn't crack any. Okay. So I think HR, I'm giving up HR also. I can't take up systems or IT because I'm not an engineer. So then what happened? What's left? Marketing. That's how I got into marketing. Imagine. Okay. And I'm sure a lot of people will be confused. If I'm talking to the first years, that will be the case with them. Right. So don't worry about it. Things work out. Right. And I thought I give really bad ideas. How can we in marketing? Okay. But trust me, from those bad ideas, a good idea comes up. And I was a very hyperactive guy, right? I used to talk a lot and I talk really fast, right? And I use that to my advantage at my workplace, right? And over time, I become a good listener. Okay. The first feedback in my job I was told, Rohan, you don't listen. Okay. It's a fair point. I keep talking. I'm waiting for the other person to just shut up and I'll start talking, right? So over time, I've matured. I've pieced out, started listening to people. So you have to give yourself time. You got to nurture yourself. You got to listen. You got to absorb. And then give your conversation. All these small things matter. And so that's about it. So there's few challenges that you face, but it's a lot of fun, right? So when you work with a smile on your face, it's all good. And people are always there to listen to you. There's no politics as such in corporate world. I've not experienced myself. So maybe just go with the flow. Be happy. Nobody wishes harm. So apna kaam karo, main apna kaam karunga. Life is sorted. That's the mantra.
Rightly said, sir. And on this note, this was really insightful, and we hope to incorporate the learnings from here and take on opportunities that we get and make the best use out of it. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule. It was definitely enriching listening to you for us and our viewers.
Sure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I would also like to thank our viewers for being such dedicated listeners. Hope to see you in the next episode. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy.